Maximus Analysis here for November 10th, 2016, and we're at a very difficult spot. With the amount of movement that we had yesterday, right now it's just difficult to see them following through with so much gumption as they did before. But again, we're going to just watch the way that the week is going to close. Again, if you took quarter side position, just lock in some profits. They could go down. Again, I would make sure that you look at the weekly time frame. So the big thing with the weekly time frame to me is just looking how far back they get into this week's action. Remember the midpoint, or just look at the midpoint for this week. Okay, the midpoint is 2105. That's a huge drop down. But we'll see. Again, the high so far is 2180. We had 2186, 2174, and 2162. Again, I know these levels because again, they're really good levels to work off of, and pretty much I had 2151 would have been the retrace to buy into, and that nice little 15-point move. Just letting you know, I typically do ES, crude, gold, and I'm going to be adding in NQ, and that's what I'm be offering to the subscribers. Also high momentum names including Google, Amazon. I'm trying to figure out whatever other ones we'll look at, but those will be the names that I'm going to be providing levels with, in addition to the other stuff that I do, which include market analysis, trading, market psychology, and such and such. So having that in said that, again, we'll look to see how far we are going to go back. Again, they did have a pretty significant drop again today in a lot of momentum names. So just going to watch and see how this one plays out. Again, looking at the weekly time frame for this, it's more of a doji versus, again, this is why I want you to look at the higher time frames. It's more of a doji, and we'll see how it closes. We don't want them to close under last week's low, because then it's just a level of confusion that we just kind of have to buy or wait. Because they haven't gone up that much. And again, the high momentum names did move a lot today. Give an example, Google on the daily time frame moved a lot, dropped a lot from that pop-up, which was from before the election, the Friday. You also had Amazon, again, to the downside, gave a lot of wick. Well, not as much as I thought it would. So again, watching this one here, we have our levels that we're looking for the lower. We also had a Tesla actually pulled, but it looks like it might be setting up, because this is the daily, but you also look at the weekly. So if we have a strong close, again, we're making sure that we're looking at the previous support levels at the 200-day moving average for the weekly. If they can break back above that 200 level for next week, and if they can really get above this 200 moving average, which is around the 193 area for the end of the week, that sets up a hammer for the weekly time frame. So that's why I like looking at the multiple time frames as well. You're still having a pop up on the British pound. Again, just a couple of weeks, we'll continue to watch that one. The one that on the daily time frame that's really been getting beat up is actually the Japanese yen. Huge wick yesterday, coming into some support levels that we have here, but a huge wick, not yesterday, actually yesterday. We also have gold still pulling. Again, it's still pulling. Did have some levels on that one as well that I post out every morning, but you can see again, see if this retracement area is going to hold again. But this is a lot of different stuff, so just kind of really watch and see how things continue and play out for the rest of the week. Going back to currency land, you can see that again the euro has pulled again, and you can see these lows. If it breaks these lows here of 107 and 305, I can go back to the lows here. Swiss franc is doing nothing. Again, I just showed the British pound given about a 1 to 3 days. So we're going to watch what it does into the $1.30 area. Crude, again, like we said, the higher time frame watching here. The crude, we were looking at that 43.12. We have copper shooting through the roof. Again, I would just wait for pullbacks versus chasing here. So again, I just want to give you guys a heads up on what's going on. I got to go ahead and should be having the website up live for next week. So again, hopefully get that one put out. And again, if you don't have the newsletter, because this was a crazy week, look at emailing me at max@maximusanalysis.com. Take care.